Good morning, and thank you for joining us on this historic day for our city and for the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department as we officially dedicate this new headquarters building. As our city has grown and evolved over the decades, Metro Police Headquarters has taken on various forms. Some of you here this morning will remember when headquarters was based in what is now the Ben West building downtown. More of you were accustomed to headquarters being at the Metropolitan Justice Center on James Robertson Parkway, which opened in 1982 and served as our home for 34 years. From September 2016 to just a few weeks ago, our police headquarters components were in temporary office space as we awaited completion of this magnificent new building, which you will have an opportunity to tour in just a few minutes. First, please stand for the presentation of colors by the Police Department's National Champion Drill and Ceremony Team and the singing of our national anthem by Sergeant Clifton Knight, Officer Shelby Hughes, and Officer Nick Diamond.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
that our flag was still there. Oh,
say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
o'er the
land of the free
and the
home of the brave.
And now the invocation and prayer of dedication from the Reverend James Thomas, retired pastor of Jefferson Street Missionary Baptist Church and a man who for decades has worked tirelessly for fairness and equality throughout Nashville.
O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, who has set thy glory above the heavens. We come to you to thank you for bringing us from James Robertson to this blessed spot. We are well aware of the words of the sweet psalmist of Israel, who said, except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. But oh, how we thank you for this beautiful place. We pray thy blessings upon the leadership of this city and the leadership of this building. Bless those who will serve. And oh God, we thank you for your gentleness. For your gentleness have made us great. Now, make all of us nothing so you can be everything. Amen.
When police headquarters was first proposed for Murfreesboro Road, thank you, please be seated. When police headquarters was first proposed for Murfreesboro Road on this former site of Capital Chevrolet, area businesses and residents were quick to voice their overwhelming support. With us this morning, representing the Murfreesboro Road Business Association, is Dr. Dan Boone, president of Trevecca Nazarene University and our neighbor just down the street. Dr. Boone.
Years ago, when Trevecca was located beside the Ryman Auditorium, and Nashville was in its infancy, and none of us were born, you got on the Dixie Highway right back here to go from downtown Nashville to Miami. A lot has changed in these days. We now call it Murfreesboro Road or the Murfreesboro Road Corridor. It has become for us the way to the airport when 40, 24, and 440 are at a standstill. And today, the businesses and residents of the Murfreesboro Road Corridor welcome the Metropolitan Police Department to our community. I represent our Napier and Sudicum neighbors, our Cameron and Napier Public Schools, Purity Dairy, Channel 2 News, Trevecca Nazarene University, XPO Trucking, Mercury Courts, Jocelyn Signs, Carl Black Chevrolet, and hundreds of other neighbors that have worked together to welcome the police department to this site. I would be remiss not to recognize one of our community leaders who helped to make this happen, Mr. Bobby Jocelyn, affectionately known up and down this corridor as the mayor of the Murfreesboro Road Corridor. Thank you, Bobby. Chief Anderson and Mayor Briley, on behalf of our immediate community, we are thrilled to welcome the Metro Police Department to this community. We see this as one gigantic step in the reclamation of a historic corridor leading to and from the heart of our great city. Trevecca is proud to be your neighbor. A long time ago, we stopped apologizing for our location and turned it into our classroom. We love our neighbors and long to participate in making them safe and seeing them receive the services that they need to thrive. Police departments are under public scrutiny in our day, and supportive partnerships are needed to affirm what they do. We want to be those supporters and friends and partners. We thank you, Metro Police Department, and all the connected services for what you render to our city, at times risking your very lives to do so. This sacred work that you do should not go unappreciated and unrecognized. And on this day of the dedication of this facility, this community wants to say to those of you who stand around this tent today, thank you for all that you are doing and have done. It is my hope and prayer that the work done inside this brick and mortar will make our city safer, more civil, and more just. Welcome to Murfreesboro Road. Thank you.
This would just not be Nashville if we did not have a musical celebration to help open this building. Here this morning to perform his song Good Guys is Sergeant Henry Particelli from our Madison precinct.
Try this again. Take two. We don't do it for the money. We sure don't do it for the fame. We don't think we're superheroes, so we work real hard when we train. We're prepared to put up a good fight, 'cause we're the good guys. 24/7 we'll come running. It's a life we wouldn't trade. We'll always be there when you need us, 'cause that's just how we're made. We'll all band together fighting crime, 'cause we're the good guys. We're all brothers and sisters, and we're proud of what we do. We all got here the hard way to earn our badge and gun and blues. To serve and protect ain't just a motto, it's the truth. We'll take an oath with a right hand in the sky, 'cause we're the good guys. With blue lights flashing, sirens crying, we'll be right there if trouble strikes. If your world comes a-crashing, we'll do our best to make it right. It ain't just a job, it's a way of life when you're the good guys. We're all brothers and sisters, and we're proud of what we do. We all got here the hard way to earn our badge and gun and blues. To serve and protect ain't just a motto, it's the truth. We'll take an oath with a right hand in the skies, 'cause we're the good guys. We honor those who came before us. Some gave their lives, but not in vain. 'Cause there's one thing we all believe in. You do the crime, you all gotta pay. We're serving our communities with pride, 'cause we're the good guys. We're all brothers and sisters, and we're proud of what we do. We all got here the hard way to earn our badge and gun and blues. To serve and protect ain't just a motto, it's the truth. We'll take an oath with a right hand in the sky, 'cause we're the good guys. The good guys. We are 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 the good guys.
This new headquarters building has been years in the making and would not have been possible without the leadership of our elected officials, present and past, both in the mayor's office and the Metro Council. I would now ask Mayor David Briley, the 8th mayor of Metropolitan Nashville and Davidson County, to speak with us. Mayor Briley.
Let me start with a list of acknowledgments, and I risk missing somebody, so I'm sorry when I miss you. I'm sorry. But I know we're joined by United States Attorney Don Cochran for the Middle District of Tennessee. We got a whole list of judges: Judge Seth Norman, Chancellor Ann Martin, Judge Steve Dozier, Judge Linda Jones, new Chancellor Pat Moskal, Judge Melissa Blackburn, and I think that's our judge list. We have, of course, Vice Mayor Jim Schulman, who joins us today, along with council members Freddie O'Connell, Devette Blaylock, Larry Hager, Robert Swope, Jeff Syracuse, Tanika Vircher, and I think Fabian Bednay. We also, I got Fabian, I got you there. We're also joined by a former council member, now Davidson County Register of Deeds, Karen Johnson. And I think I got everybody there. I think so. Now, former District Attorney General Tory Johnson and his successor Glenn Funk are here with us as well today. And now let me move, and Sheriff Darren Hall, I saw him just a minute ago. But let me move to the line of luminaries, really. Former Chief Joe Casey has joined us today, and I see Chief back there. I just want to offer a special thank you to him. Former Chief Emmett Turner is here. He remains active in our civil life here in Nashville, so thank you being for here, Chief Turner. And then I know that former Mayor Dean is out of town tending to some family matters, but he and Mayor Megan Berry, who is here with us today, they are the leaders that made this possible in our community. And without their leadership, without their sacrifice, without their commitment to this facility, it certainly wouldn't have happened. So I want to say thank you to both of them. And Carl, you're not here, but I know you'll hear that at some point. This building would not have been constructed without the hard work of the General Services Department in Nashville. So I want to say thank you in particular to Nancy Whittemore, to Messer Construction, to TM Partners, and to Hastings Architecture for all the hard work they did to get this building up. And a beautiful building it is. A beautiful building it is. Chief Anderson, you speak for the police force, and I speak for the people of Nashville. So I'm going to speak to you for a minute. In this community, we wake up every day and we know that there's always more we could have done for public safety. No matter what we do, we're always going to feel that there's more that could have been done. When I get an email that says somebody suffered over the night before, or somebody's car was taken, or a young person made a tragic decision, I think we all, as citizens of this community, understand and know there's certainly more we could have done. And we always want to do more. And it's certainly a disappointment whenever anybody loses their life in our town. But I hope that you understand that on behalf of the citizens of metropolitan Nashville and Davidson County, we have built this building as a monument, as a testament, as a statement about how important our police department is to this community. We know that this building, I hope you know that this building stands as a testament to our commitment to this city. 1982 was the last time we did it, and that is too long between commitments to the police department. There's more that we need to do, Chief. You and I are talking already about how we can recruit more officers to the department. We are working hard on that. We know that in a sparse budget year, that there is certainly work to be done to make sure that we are compensating our officers at a level that not just gives them a little bit more money, but frankly demonstrates the respect that they deserve and need in this community. Without regard to that, without regard to the ups and downs of political life and the ups and downs of governing, I know, and Chief, you know, that the men and women who swear swear an oath to protect this community. Each and every day go to work dedicated to living up to that oath. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of the members of the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, because we know you're doing hard work. We know that it is difficult. We know that there is more we can do to help you, but please look at this as a down payment on what we're headed towards for the Police Department of Metropolitan Nashville and Davidson County. Thank you very much.
Our chief, Steve Anderson, took an active role in scouting potential sites, both for a new police headquarters, as well as Nashville's first ever Family Safety Center, our next door neighbor on this campus. Chief Anderson's leadership has ensured that this building will serve our city's expanding public safety needs for decades to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Steve Anderson.
Well, good morning, and thank each and every one of you for being here. And Mayor Briley just reminded me of 1982 and Chief Casey, when you opened the building on James Robinson Parkway. And seems like yesterday in some ways, but this one is a little improvement on that building. And there's a lot of things here that I'm very, very proud of. Now, when I was notified in the summer of 2015 that our headquarters was going to be demolished down on James Robinson Parkway, and then this building wasn't even drawn on paper yet, I was a little disturbed, because I thought, where are we going to go and how are we going to continue to serve the public? You know, when you pick up 200 people, all their case files, all their equipment, and move them to a new location, you have to worry about what's going to happen on the street. How is our service to the public going to suffer? But I want to commend all those men and women that made that possible. They moved into temporary quarters, and then they moved into this building. No interruption to the service that we provide whatsoever. They did that with enthusiasm, hard task, but it seemed like they enjoyed every moment of it. Fortitude and determination, true grit, just like the movie. And for their patience, their endurance, and most of all, the spirit that they showed, I'd like to offer a round of applause to the men and women that made that possible. In a few moments, as you enter this building, you're going to see it was worth the wait. This is a purpose-built building constructed with the thought of providing all that is needed to support the men and women who work every day to serve all of Nashville. There's more than 110,000 square feet engineered for efficiency and for service. I think it goes without saying that this is a building of grand design, but it's also a building of grand function. And as Mayor Briley said, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge Mayor Carl Dean, who got the ball rolling on this, Mayor Megan Berry, who made sure that it was drawn on paper and funded, and Mayor Briley for carrying the ball across the finish line. Thank you. I also want to thank the Metro Council members, the past council and this council, who made sure the funding was there to get this done and make sure it was completed. And special thanks to Councilman Freddie O'Connell and Councilman Kobe Sledge, who held many community meetings to make sure that we were welcome in this community. Dr. Boone, you were always there with us. Thank you so very much. There's a lot to see in here, and I don't think you can see it all in one visit, so please come back at any time. I'm still finding my way around. True story. I found an elevator the other day that I didn't know existed. But there are a few things I want to call your special attention to. I think in any workplace and in our homes, the computers become the most important thing. And our information technology division, the people that provide us that service, are so important to us. We call it IT, information technology. And we moved into our previous building in 1982. We had one desktop computer. It was a Tandy. We bought it at Radio Shack with a federal grant. Has anybody seen a Radio Shack lately? I'm thinking about trading in my 8-track for a cassette player if that. But today there's a desktop computer on almost every desk in every office everywhere in every home. And we're no exception, and we're very dependent on having all the information we need quickly and efficiently. And that takes personnel and equipment. And as you tour this building, you'll see on the ground floor a massive room awaiting the arrival of servers and other equipment to make all that possible. And I think you know that we've got computers in almost all of our cars. Our IT personnel make this possible as well. On any given day, right here in this parking lot, there's a steady stream of police cars coming in to get their computers installed, to maintain them, or to upgrade them. And just to my right, to your left, is a large 3-bay garage. All that takes place in that garage. At our old police headquarters, our IT personnel serviced the cars in the parking lot out back. Rain, snow, cold, heat. They were out there. I'd see them on their knees inside, leaning inside the car. I am so glad that they've got a place to work out of the environment. We can get those cars in, get them back on the street so much quickly. And I'm very proud of the IT staff in general. Other chiefs across the nation are so envious of what we have here in Nashville and a lot of things, and other chiefs do not have their own IT section. So I am so proud of what we do here in Nashville and what we have and what the men and women of this police department accomplish. They maintain the computers, they write programs. Now I'm told it's called writing code nowadays, but if my IT people are here, it's always been code to me. So. And when we're talking about computers, there's hardly any criminal investigation that does not involve some forensic computer work. I would say everybody here has a computer in your pocket or in your purse. We call them smartphones. Some of you probably got 2 or 3 with you. Some of you may have a flip phone. But even if you do, there's information in there that might be beneficial in a criminal investigation. We have a computer forensic section. We call it SISU. I always have to read. I forget what that stands for. Surveillance and Investigative Support Unit. They're the best in the land. And they provide critical support all across detectives in this building and in all the precincts in gathering that information, and it helps us solve crimes, helps us get convictions in court. In the old headquarters, they were working basically out of a closet. As you tour the building today, you're going to see a purpose-built computer lab for them to do their work. You might guess by now that I have a special concern and appreciation for the men and women that provide the support for our detectives and our officers in the field. A few months back, we were given a preliminary tour of this building. We started on the 3rd floor and worked our way down. Now, as we were leaving the 3rd floor, it was called to my attention that I didn't look excited. So the first I had to explain, this is what I look like when I'm excited. And then I went on to explain, when I get down to where the real work gets done, that's when you'll see me excited. Excited about the lab, excited about that garage, excited about the workstations for the detectives, excited about the equipment that they have so that they can do their job. And one of the things I enjoy most about this building in our short tenure here is having all of our specialized detectives under one roof. For the first time ever since 1994, our domestic violence detectives are with us. We simply did not have room in the old headquarters building. They have accommodations here today. So now when I want to get a firsthand look at what's going on in the investigation, I can just wander down the steps, talk to domestic violence, talk to fraud, talk to cold case homicide, and find out directly from that detective where we are and what we're doing. And it's a motivating thing to me because when I see the enthusiasm that they pour into their work, I'm motivated to go back and do more. And I really haven't had any complaints about showing up unannounced. I did hear a suggestion that I should wear a bell so that if I'm down there. And finally, just to my right and your left, the Family Safety Center. This is truly a one-stop campus. I'm thinking the airport didn't know we were doing this today. Family Safety Center, grand opening will be March the 7th. I hope each of you can be in attendance. This makes this campus a one-stop shopping for those people that need us the most. As you enter our building, your building, please make yourself at home. Feel free to ask questions of anybody. I would ask that you forgive us. This might not be up to your mother's housekeeping. We're still finishing touches on construction, and we're still in the process of moving in, so there'll be a few things out of place. Thank you for being here, and we hope that you're as proud of this building as we are. Thank you.
As Mayor Briley, Chief Anderson, Reverend Thomas, and Dr. Boone, and our council members gather to cut the ribbon and then go inside, all of you, after this occurs, will be invited to our hallways. Representatives of our various components will be outside their work areas to greet you and answer questions. We also have a lot of refreshments for you if you want to take a break before you go inside the building. Thank you all again very much for being with us.
We go back to 3, 2, 1.
You're the best color we got.